Oh, hey, doing oh, hey. This is going out to Marty. Remember, Marty, we had a deal. Oh, hey, I won't talk shit about you and you won't press charges on me for whipping on my D4. Pick on your last triple A's for the accurate PD. I have one thing to say to you bitches. I know the law, bitch. I know it better than you. I know I have no money, so you can't sue. I know the law, bitch. I know it quite well. Just like my jizz-stained pants when they smell. I know the law, bitch. I can show off my dick. Think of trans boners wishing for a lick. I know the law. Look, Marty, that guild guy is a fake and a lie. Trust me when I say I know he isn't a real guy. Sure, you may have known him for 30 years. So what? Do you remember when I put that stylist up my butt? Who you gonna trust, Marty? Me or Gil? He wants to lock me out against my will. Look who you gonna trust. A guy you know and went to law school and looks like the dad from the Wild Thornberries of me. A 34-year-old freak and still lives in his grandma's home that never graduated high school. Sucked a blind kid named Billy against his will and has tried to unalive you for 7 years. Cause I use you as the reason my life is an endless circle of failure. As everything I try to do, cause I am a delusional tark with a small brain that doesn't take accountability for my evil actions and won't ever say the words banana bear show. Cause I am scared of those guys. I fear they are going to hurt me or make me cry on a live stream again. And I can't pronounce the B letter cause my mouth is filled with tooth and Ed's man butter. I know the law, bitch. The police can't stop me. If the cops came, I will just start to bleed. I know the law, bitch. Cop can't put me away. If I'm locked up, Big Bubba will slap my cheeks and make me gay. I know the law. I am so smart, you know, OA. I can totally be a lawyer for real, guys. I know the law. Yeah, Marty, so remember our deal we made. I can't go to jail. Who else will protect my family from the Banana Bear show? Or who is going to scream at 2 a.m. up in my room when they are trying to sleep? I need more lotion, bitch. And you cops, you know who you are. Remember, you can lose your job if you try to stop me showing my wiener on Marty's live streams. Or those 14-year-old kids I try to talk to, bitch. I know the law. Totally be a lawyer for real, guys. I know the law. Yeah, Marty, so remember our deal we made. I can't go to jail. Who else will protect my family from the Banana Bear show? Or who is going to scream at 2 a.m. up in my room when they are trying to sleep? I need more lotion, bitch. And you cops, you know who you are. Remember, you can lose your job if you try to stop me showing my wiener on Marty's live streams. Or those 14-year-old kids I try to talk to, bitch. I know the law. I know the law.
To the motherfuckers that say I'm dead, I'm alive, idiots.
Seconds to comply.
Dude, you guys are so fucking dumb.
Hello, everyone. That was from 2 years ago. And I know from what I've seen, someone's actually building a Cyrex AI. So I just thought it was funny. I found that, and I'm like, whoa, okay. Ah, boy. So, speaking of AI, today we're going to be looking at something I found recently. Have you ever wondered what AI thinks of kiwi farms? Well, I found it. And it's funny because they use the AI voices and they think they're human. So I decided to show a couple of these before we get to the newer Lolcows and shit like that. Ah, my phone. All right. First one is one that we all know. It's about Andy. What does AI think about Andy on kiwi farms?
We're focusing on a guy who's become, shall we say, a legend in the Lolcow community.
A guy named Andrew Ditch. And his story, well, it's a real doozy.
It's got everything: eccentric behavior, family drama, questionable hygiene, you name it.
He's like a one-man circus of online absurdity.
But before we get into all the juicy details, let's start with the basics. Who is this Andrew Ditch character?
Well, based on what we've gathered from a forum called Kiwi Farms.
Which, by the way, is known for its, let's just say, unique brand of humor.
Yeah, not exactly your typical online hangout. But anyway, according to Kiwi Farms, Andrew is a middle-aged man living with his parents in Tonawanda, New York.
Sounds like the start of a heartwarming family sitcom, right?
Not quite. What sets Andrew apart is his eccentricities.
To put it mildly.
He claims to have autism, which we'll dig into later, and has a rather particular interest in diapers.
And scat.
Yes, scat.
We're going there, folks. Get ready for a deep dive into the world of poop squatch. A nickname Andrew seems to have fully embraced.
Which I think tells you all you need to know about his online persona.
It's pretty much his brand at this point.
You could say that.
But here's where things get a little more complicated. There's conflicting information about Andrew's autism diagnosis.
Yeah, it's not as straightforward as it might seem.
One doctor diagnosed him with autism, but others seem to think he might be exaggerating his symptoms.
That's a possibility we have to consider.
Especially when you look at his medical history.
We have a speech-language evaluation from 2019 that lists a whole bunch of diagnoses.
Like mixed receptive expressive language disorder, auditory processing disorder, Tourette's syndrome, sensory deficits.
Quite a list.
But then, in 2018, a different doctor diagnosed him with schizoaffective disorder.
And he even noted that Andrew seemed to be pushing for an autism diagnosis.
Almost like he was trying to cultivate a specific image.
It's definitely something to think about.
And then you throw in earlier diagnoses from 2010, bipolar disorder, impulse control disorder, ADHD.
It's a lot to unpack.
So is he truly autistic, or is there something else going on?
That's the million-dollar question.
It's a question that goes to the heart of this whole Lolcow phenomenon.
Because if he's deliberately playing up certain aspects of his personality for online attention,
then it raises a whole bunch of ethical questions about how we, as an online community, should be responding to him.
that's a discussion for another time.
For now, let's get back to Andrew's, shall we say, unique online persona.
The infamous poop squatch.
Where do we even begin with this?
Well, as the name suggests, his online identity is heavily tied to his fascination with fecal matter.
It's a play on Sasquatch, the mythical creature, but with a, let's say, a more aromatic twist.
You could say that.
And it's not just an online thing either.
No, his preoccupation seems to spill over into his offline life as well.
The Kiwi Farms post mentions several incidents, like him smearing feces in a hotel room.
Which is, well, not exactly standard hotel etiquette.
You can say that again. And then there's his diaper fetish, which is documented on a diaper fetish forum.
He even accidentally showed some scat fetish artwork during a screen sharing session.
Talk about TMI.
It's safe to say that Andrew is not afraid to push boundaries.
Or buttons, for that matter. But what about his family? How do they fit into this messy picture?
Ah, the family dynamics. That's a whole other layer of intrigue.
Because
This is two AIs talking about fucking Andrew Ditch.
Andrew often portrays himself as a victim of his family.
But many online observers believe he's actually the one who's abusive.
Wait, hold up. The guy who calls himself Poop Squatch and proudly displays his creations online is playing the victim card.
It does seem a bit counterintuitive.
But the Kiwi Farms post details some pretty troubling incidents.
Like him trying to poison his family by putting chemicals in their coffee maker.
Okay, now we're getting into some dark territory.
Yeah, that's not exactly a laughing.
This is so funny because if you just look up Lolcow, like, people talking about Lolcows. I'm waiting for the day where we get like a man and a woman doing the whole radio podcast thing, kind of like this. So this is crazy. I would never think this would ever happen.
Matter.
And there are other examples of manipulative and emotionally abusive behavior towards his parents.
Like turning on a diffuser when his mother needed oxygen and filming her falls without helping.
Yikes. This family dynamic sounds more like a toxic waste dump than a heartwarming family sitcom.
A fair assessment.
And his brother Joe even has a YouTube channel where he documents Andrew's outbursts.
Which seemed to support the idea that Andrew might be the instigator in many of these conflicts.
So we started with a seemingly eccentric online character, and now we're delving into potential abuse and family drama. This deep dive is full of twists and turns.
It just goes to show that online personas rarely tell the whole story.
There are always more layers to uncover.
And in Andrew's case, those layers are particularly strange and unsettling.
Speaking of unsettling, we need to talk about Andrew's interactions with the police.
Oh, yes. That's a saga all its own.
From what I've heard, this guy must have 911 on speed dial,
He has a habit of calling the police on his family for the slightest disagreement.
trying to get them arrested for abusing him.
There you go with the victim complex.
They didn't say abused me once. Like, if you're going to talk about Andrew Ditch, you have to say abusing me.
Again.
It's a recurring theme with Andrew,
And then there are stories of him calling the police for completely absurd reasons.
like asking how to make popcorn.
It seems he enjoys the
Yeah, I
attention,
do remember that.
maybe even the power dynamic that comes with involving law enforcement.
This guy's like a walking, talk.
I don't think they have racks. Dude, imagine them going through fucking all those pages. He has the most pages out of everyone on Kiwi Farms, I guess.
Fucking public
According to N-Word Boy.
nuisance complaint waiting to happen.
And his confrontations with one particular officer, Officer Bentley, are particularly noteworthy.
He even forced the officer to look at an infection on his behind.
We'll end it with that one. Let's see what they have. For the most part, they have Kiwi Farm. Like lower hitters, but... Like Boss Man, Bam, Cobra. Do the other two go for us? Yeah, Cobra Update, Nick Ricada. I'm surprised they don't have anything with Ethan Ralph.
Snort. Hold up. Did the AI just slip in a cheeky snort there? Someone's been messing with the soundboard.
Yeah. And I'm not
And this is relatively new. This only has
sure I'm okay
135
with it, but
hits.
hey,
Right.
maybe it's fitting because today we're diving into a corner of the internet that's, well, let's just say it's a whole vibe. We're talking about Kiwi Farms
Oh, yeah.
and their favorite resident, Darkside Phil.
What's wild is the sheer amount of content dedicated to DSP on Kiwi Farms.
Right.
Like, it's this digital monument to all things Phil,
Right.
but not in a good way.
Yep, it's like this whole community dedicated to, I don't know, chronicling his every move, every...
It's just so creepy. This is fucking AI. I know there's a lot of fans of Kino Casino. Let's see what they say about them.
narrative around.
We're looking at a thread specifically about something called, get this, Kino Casino.
Kino Casino.
Okay, so like my brain immediately goes to, is this a real casino?
I wish.
Are there like slot machines themed around, I don't know, Ethan Ralph's online meltdowns or something?
Not a real casino, unfortunately.
Okay.
More like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is going to sound kind of strange, but like a bizarre online event that's organized by people who are, for whatever reason, deeply invested in documenting and commenting on every single thing that Ethan Ralph does.
Okay, that already is a little.
It's a little out there.
Yeah.
They call it this process, they call it a logging, which is short for like archiving.
So they're talking about A-logging. This is so fucked up.
And logging.
Logging. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're like chronicling his every.
Dude, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Like, this happened to me. I mean, I wasn't with her. But like a year after we separated. So I get it.
Every move.
Yeah, every move, every word.
Well,
and it gets incredibly detailed.
That's kind of creepy, right? Like you're spending all this time on someone that you supposedly dislike.
Yeah, it's a
Is
thriller.
Kino Casino, this event, is it just like a big elaborate way to make fun of the guy?
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely an element of that to it,
Yeah.
but it's more complicated than just straight up mockery, you know?
Right.
They're fascinated by him,
Nice.
even if that fascination comes from a place of negativity.
Okay.
They analyze his behavior, they dissect his relationships, and they create this like whole narrative around him
So they're like chronicling his life in a way.
in a very particular way.
Okay, because I'm looking at this thread and someone calls him, get the goose laying the golden lulajay.
Ah, yes.
I need a translation.
Of course.
Because that's some next level internet slang right there.
Right. And this is a great example of how these communities, they develop their own language, right?
Yeah.
They have their own inside jokes, their own coded references that, like, if you're not in the know, it just sounds like complete nonsense.
It's like its own dialect.
Exactly.
Okay, so what is lulija? What is a golden lulija?
So in this context, lulajay basically translates to laugh.
Yeah.
It's their slang for laugh. They see Ethan Ralph as this like endless source of amusement, and they've built this whole like ecosystem around him.
It's like they have their own little reality show.
In a way.
And they're both the audience and the producers at the same time.
Exactly.
Because I'm also seeing, like, there's a trailer for this Kino Casino thing.
Oh yeah, the trailer. That's
And it's got cornfields. There's a lot of cornfields.
yeah, the cornfields are a whole other story.
Oh my god. They're thinking it's real corn. They're thinking it's real corn. Obviously, they're talking about the harvest, where you have to sacrifice the piggy for corn, for a good Wow! Wow.
Story.
Okay, we might have to unpack that at some point. But what's interesting to me is even within the
No. Come on. We all know what the corn means.
thread, there's debate about the event itself.
Oh, absolutely.
People are complaining about the lineup, about the production value. Like, they have standards for this thing.
Right.
It's designed to mock someone, but they want it to be good.
They want it to be high quality.
They're invested not just in the drama, but in the quality of the drama.
Exactly. And that's where it gets really fascinating.
Okay,
Why this investment in someone that they claim to dislike?
right.
What is it?
So if you guys don't know, for the uninitiated to Ethan Ralph, the corn is for the harvest. And they say this on his chat because they want to sacrifice the piggy for the harvest. I hope I could find that, like, a clip for it. Oh, like this one.
Happy birthday, Ethan. Love your dad, Jim, and best friends Josh, Flam, and Gator. Good luck on the upcoming corn harvest and enjoy that cake at Ethan, happy birthday, Ethan. Love your dad, Jim, and best friends Josh, Flam, and Gator. Good luck on the upcoming corn harvest and enjoy that cake at Ethan, happy birthday, Ethan. Love your dad, Jim, and best friends Josh, Flam, and Gator. Good luck on the upcoming corn harvest and enjoy that cake at Ethan,
If you only know. Somebody actually got that on a news program. Oh.
For any reason. Oh, well, now.
Oh, that's nothing.
No, sit down. Let me tell you how the world's got to the most bountiful corn harvest, so much so it ended world hunger. Well, our story begins with a fat, gunted man who once jammed his thumb in another woman's butt and released a test revenge porn. Now, this fat man went by the name of Ethan Ralph, and he ran a show called Killstream. Oh, those were the days. Even though he was quite the terrible fellow, his sacrifice did bring about the end to world hunger. And would you look at all this corn? Miles upon miles of corn. So whatever Ethan Ralph may have been, whatever he was, alcoholic, pill popper, philanderer, deceiver, doxer, backstabber, he did provide an end to the world's problem and brought about the endless, bountiful corn harvest we now all enjoy. And now I can go on, and now you know the story.
I miss covering him.
That's not where I cut it off.
Clonopin, or he tries to.
I worked fast food when I was 17, 18.
That's not it.
Some
Only thing we have to fear is
PPP1 on gaining more fans, I guess. I mean, okay, I don't dislike Ralph, but I'm at a place, and I'm not being ironic, where I think it may be time to sacrifice Ralph to the corn. We have to sacrifice Ralph, Ethan Ralph, to the gods, so that the corn will be a bountiful harvest this year. Because I think he has so much bad blood with all these people who fucking hate him, that it may be the only solution. We have to sacrifice Ethan Ralph for the harvest. And I think it's coming. I don't know. He mocks my predictions. I did go all in predicting that Jim would bail at a new project too, which is Dick Masterson's Patreon alternative, and I was completely wrong, I guess. So he's gonna hold me to that. He's gonna say that Josh's predictions are bad. But it's just a feeling I get. Because the people have demonstrated that they are tired of the status quo. And Ralph seems to be the one they all go after primarily. And people associated with Ralph, like Dick, become the next targets. So I do believe that the momentum against Ralph is mounting.
Fucking Ethan. You're always going to be one of my favorite Lolcows ever. Okay, that's copyright music. Jesus Christ, man. Do you see that thumbnail? Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, dude, if he was such a fuckhead, you kind of feel bad for him, but, like, all the bad shit he's ever done.
Oh. Yo. Do I look 5'1", bitch?
You are 5'1".
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
5'1".
Do I look 5'1",
Yep, that's me.
You're probably wondering how I got myself in this situation.
You deserve a rest, Vizzy. I'll explain what's going on. 6 months ago, my ex-fiancé cheated on me with infamously short-tempered internet streamer Ethan Ralph, and then admitted it while he was over at my house to explain that his then 18-year-old girlfriend no longer spent her nights drinking with him because she had become pregnant. The next morning, my ex-fiancé and her father came to the house to collect as much of her stuff as could fit in their car, and her dad stole my Nintendo Switch. 6 months later, as my housemates, seen here kicking the shit out of a dwarf planet called Ethan Ralph, and I were preparing to move, we asked her to come get the rest of her stuff. When she came into town for a court date, though, she demanded that my boyfriend Bird, housemate Riley, and I vacate the house while she and Ralph were gathering her things. For some reason, they thought Mint would be okay with them being there, even though she can't stand either of them. Here is the conversation that my ex-fiancé and I had after I told her that this was unacceptable.
Hello?
Hi, can you clarify your intentions exactly, please? With
I will
regards...
be coming through this weekend. I have not picked the time yet. I have a very busy schedule.
Okay.
I will be coming through this weekend. It is a 2-hour drive. I can't come today because Ethan has to go to the hospital to see his mom.
I
And we have a
understand.
time crunch. And can't come today because, for whatever reason, he bitched out.
Bitched out on what exactly?
I was coming.
Alright, so do you want us to set your stuff aside for you?
No, do not touch any of my things.
Okay, well,
And I
because we're...
know that you and Bird are using my cooking utensils. I will just go through and take my stuff. Don't touch my stuff.
Okay, you're not going to be here alone if you do that. I hope you realize. We do not trust you to be in this house. That's
I
why...
didn't say anything about you not being there. I said you should not be there when Ralph's there.
You said that you wanted only to be there.
I don't want you or Bird to be there.
Okay, but I don't trust Ralph to be in my house.
Ralph is not going to be there. I'm coming by myself.
Okay, okay. So you're going to come down...
I'm coming by myself with the police. Because
Okay.
you have a gun. And you're mentally ill. So I'm coming with police escort.
Are you calling me mentally ill? Goodbye.
For the record, I am not mentally ill, and I sold the gun that she demanded I buy at the start of lockdown, never even having loaded it once. I also
Come on, bro. We all know you still have the gun.
went to the police and confirmed that there is no such thing as a police escort to your ex's house to get your stuff. We looked into the protocol for this situation and were told to leave her things in the yard. So that's exactly what we did. I sent her a picture of the things in the yard and then blocked her number. So her boyfriend decided to message me instead. I'll be down there with May by 10 tonight, period. If her stuff is gone, ... I'd advise against letting that happen, comma. Let's put it that way, period. And we will be getting the rest of it, comma, too, period. One way or the other, period. This is my personal guarantee to you motherfuckers. No punctuation. When I blocked his number, he decided to involve the completely as of yet unrelated third party of ASE Riley, aka the Vizier of Yig. He immediately forfeited any potential goodwill or bargaining power in this series of Twitter DMs. Send me your phone number. I'll be at that house by 10 p.m. EST tonight. And if any of May's stuff is gone out of they front yard, ... well, I'd advise that not to be the case.
Well, he texts like me. Doesn't proofread it.
I'm not fucking around, period. I'm gonna be there, period. Whenever you see this comma, call, period, but I'm coming regardless, period. I don't care about any of this, and no one here has any legal obligation to protect garbage that was left here 6 months ago. Grow the fuck up, retard. Suck my dick, bitch. I'll be coming through, and you can say it to my face if you're man enough. I will 100% be at the house tonight, period. It can go well or not, period. Up to you fucking clowns, period. But you motherfuckers now have my full attention, period. That house, asterisk. Lamau. At some point, he remembered that he had Riley's phone number and reposted to him the messages he...
Look at the fatness. Like, I get being like, you don't have a belly, whatever. But when it droops down into a flap.
he'd sent to me, for some reason. Hours later, I received a call from a frazzled police officer warning me that she'd gotten a manic report from a woman who never gave her name and thought that a call from the police might ensure that the things she didn't notice in the picture I sent were left in the yard.
Yes.
She tried to explain what all was going on, but it's, ultimately it's civil, so the best thing to do is just try to mediate things on the way. But so the purpose of my call
Okay. Okay.
I'm telling you, it's civil. You do what you want. She cut his hand, like cast iron block, the Dutch oven, and the only other thing she did was she asked what she was thinking about anime, what her animation style was, and that's all she said. So,
The things that she's talking about actually are there. She just couldn't see them in the picture, but that's neither here nor there. I understand everything that she's talking about, and she'll be satisfied. Thank you.
all right. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate your cooperation.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Alas, the fat gunt that couldn't skipped out on his appointed 10 p.m. arrival, missing our entire 4-hour live stream, and turning up around 2 in the morning. To be sure that these psychopaths didn't damage our property, Riley and our house guest and god-tier hip-hop producer Cranberry Dave started filming them on a GoPro and a cell phone. I will now be analyzing the footage of this encounter in extensive depth. As soon as the dribbling, drunken dipshit sees the door open, he immediately forgets about gathering his girlfriend's garbage and starts gunting at the camera.
Yeah, come on. Come on out here, baby.
Next, he begins tossing transphobic slurs to try and bait me into being involved.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense now.
But I am on the other end of the house at this point.
Yeah, I tell you that trick stuff out here too.
His embarrassing lackey tries to mock our stream numbers.
You guys had 70 viewers on your stream.
Yeah, we made $900 tonight.
Seeming to think that making $900 in a single stream on the main channel is unimpressive, but also that the assortment of 4 articles of old clothes
That's pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie, for one night.
that no one wears anymore, which we raffled off that night, are priceless merch.
On the main Digibro channel.
Yep.
Selling off priceless merch.
Indicating she hasn't finished humping Digibro's corpse. Ralph then starts discussing his private business matters involving Dick Masterson, knowing full well that he's being filmed.
Why don't you ask your boss about the deal? Why don't you ask him about the deal I just made him? Don't worry about it.
Okay. Dork.
You don't think this is true?
You're just a dork.
He equates our moving into a Winnebago next month as being homeless.
You're about to be homeless.
Okay. Yeah, dork.
You're literally gonna be homeless, fucking go around the country like a fucking pauper.
It's kind of funny because, you know, hindsight 50-50. Ethan Ralph is homeless right now. Because he can't go back to Mexico.
Riley responds by calling him a dork a few times, and then both of the insane people outside start demanding that he come deride them at a closer distance.
You're such a dork.
Get out here, bitch.
Cry
I'm
more.
such a dork. Come tell me I'm a dork. Come out here, bitch.
Oh, I'm gonna taunt you. I'm just filming you so you don't hurt something. I won't. Correct.
Riley flatly refuses and reminds Ralph that were they to come to blows, it would likely end poorly for the borderline legal midget in the yard.
Okay, you're 5'2".
Bitch, I ain't 5'2". Come tell me I'm 5'2".
You're literally 5'2".
You know I ain't 5'2".
Okay. He's 5'2", look.
At some point, Cranberry Dave comes to confirm the mini-man's stature and drops some sick bars on him as he enters a drunken frenzy up the yard.
Flashlight. Use your flashlight.
Yeah. Let's see this shit.
Yeah.
Yo, he 5'2".
Am I 5'2"?
Not today, Satan.
Woo! You fucking dork, dude.
Bitch, I bet you won't step out here.
I won't.
Give me a Christ is King.
You're right. You win the bet, Ralph. I'm filming you because you could hurt the mailbox, the yard. I'm making sure you don't mess up stuff.
Oh,
The
you
gun
hurt my
guard
shit.
beside him accosts us for leaving her things in the yard in the rain, even though all of it was kindly placed into plastic tubs and even covered with a tarp by a nice neighbor. I remind you again that the police told us to do whatever we want and that the protocol is leave it in the yard last October.
I mean, I'll do this when you come back, too.
Come on, you guys come out every single one of you motherfuckers.
Oh, you're scary.
When Riley gets a closer look at the diminutive streamer, he corrects his gauge of the man's height down an inch.
5'1". You're 5'1".
Come on,
5'1".
Sending him into a bloodlust frenzy.
Bitch, I wish you would. Bitch, I bet you shut that door. Huh?
He begins marching up the yard, betting that Riley will close the door on him by the time he gets there.
Bitch, I bet you shut that fucking door.
Riley does not.
I bet you shut that fucking door. Do I look 5'1", bitch?
Finally, the...
Yes. Yes. Yes, you do. Normally when you come through a door, like, you can't see it because, like, but it's up there. Up here. I don't know. Small people problem.
Punch-drunk planet plows through the door and shoves his fat rolls against Riley's. Technically, this is not a breaking and entering, but a forced entry, and it is swiftly followed with a forced exit.
You're in my house, bitch. You broke in. Get out. You broke into my home, you bitch.
Now, technically, if Ralph had walked away here and pressed charges, Riley would be in a lot of trouble right now. Thankfully, the cops we showed this tape all agreed that Ralph threw away his case immediately by doing this.
Yes.
Guns galore
Wow.
flailing in the
It's like two like hippos fighting.
night breeze as the 35-year-old gray-haired alcoholic starts pulling out the 22-year-old home defender's hair like a little girl in a school fight. No longer content to watch her man get some gross idiot's belly sweat all over him, absolute unit Mint Salad jumps into the fray.
So is that the... Wait. Because that's a tall woman then.
Delirious from being mercilessly wailed on, Ralph summons all the COVID and AIDS in his liver-spotted body and spits a mist of blood into Mint's face.
You guys are fucking pathetic. Stop. Stop.
Little bitch.
Let me make that clear. Ethan Ralph spat a mouthful of blood into a 20-year-old girl's face. Need to see it again? Let's watch it 16 more times. After that, his whore shouts a bunch of boring nonsense and the door is closed.
I would say little mama, is she tall?
But then the fat shorty realizes he's dropped his phone inside the house.
Where's his phone? Give it to him. Find his phone.
Even though Riley has just been assaulted by this person and has every right to simply lock them out until the cops arrive, he genuinely wants them to have the phone back and begins looking for it. He hands over the phone and relaxes, expecting the dumbest man alive to retreat.
17?
But instead, Gunt does what Gunt do and sucker punches Riley with his guard down. This, of course, is immediately followed by an heroic beatdown from Bird, whose shirt Guntino grabs a hold of and rips apart. As Riley, fueled by the burning passion of camaraderie, gives an anime speech about friendship and family, I can be seen finally connecting to the police station to begin my report.
You know what friends are like? You don't. We're family. We care for each other. You're a loser. You have nothing.
No, we should
We'll leave you and get the fuck out. You ain't shit.
You're out of nothing. Get the fuck out.
As the battered fat ass stumbles off into the night with his siren screeching behind, Riley reminds him once more just how short and stupid and terrible of a person he truly is.
Okay, says
You're 5 foot tall. You are 5 foot tall.
You alright? Yeah, I'm fine.
He's 5 foot.
All I know is the best punch was from the chick. Just that was a good shot too. A lot of women, no offense to you, you guys don't know how to punch. That was the real punch.
No, that's all, damn. I don't know where his phone is. It's over there. There you go. Get your phone.
Yeah.
Well, we're helping you. We're better than you. And we're not stumping to your level. We're better than you.
I didn't do anything wrong. I just put my shit on the curb.
Lock it up.
Because I said I wanted to.
Just lock it up.
In the wake of the storm, Riley had this to say on Snapchat.
Ethan Ralph is 4'9". I just want you guys to know. He's
going
literally
down.
4'9". Don't forget that. He's 4'9" max.
We will be selling handmade copies of this t-shirt on the Yig Studio store, linked in the description. Here's
Bravo.
Riley to
Bravo. Great shirt.
summarize his story once
Yeah.
more.
Covered in blood spray from beating up Ethan Ralph.
Yeah.
Because he fucking threatened us earlier today. And then he showed up at our house and screamed at 2 a.m. in front of our neighbors until I opened the door to film him and stop him. Then he came up, pushed his way into the house, tried to fight me, of course sucker punching me. Just means that my girlfriend and Bird got involved and started hitting him too. You don't fuck with friends, Ethan, especially because you don't have any.
As the bozos bolted off into the moonlight and we filed our report with the police, the fat fuck posted his last comment on the situation to Twitter. A quote from Training Day. I think he forgot that this quote is from the part of the movie where the corrupt gang-leading cop is entrapped by his younger counterpart, confronted by every person he's ever encountered because he's such a massive piece of shit, and then gunned down in the streets.
True. That works. Mr. Ralph. All I did was put Ralph Korn, and all this stuff came up. Look at that belly. Medicare roast Ethan Ralph.
The only reason God doesn't erase you from the face of the earth is...
Okay. Skeleton gut. Wow, that's 4 years ago. 2 years ago. And he's still on the rise. Yep. That be the corn guy. Remember, guys, the harvest cannot happen until the piggy is...
Look at this Helix guy.
Yeah.
He said, none of you A-logs are a threat to Zog or the powers that be. Guess what? Neither is Nick Fuentes, you retard. You dumb faggot.
That didn't fucking age well.
Yeah, neither is Nick Fuentes at all. He's a patsy for Zog, if you want to know the truth.
Nick Fuentes. I can't... He's lucky that a lot of the left are fucking, like, crybabies. Because that sound clip is going everywhere. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, you should have just asked. I would have tried to look for it. These are the streams for me to do it.
So, as you guys know, I made a contribution to a very big live stream that took place on Friday night. It was called the Fuck Ralph Festival. This stream featured, as you can see on the title, Nick Ricada, Totally Real Mr. Medicare, myself, Porcelain, Flamenco was on here, Cog was on here. There was a lot of people on here, right? Now, my contribution to the stream was just submitting a video that I had made. All right? It was a very good video, by the way. Ralph should watch it on his morning show. I did a video for the stream, but I was not physically on the stream itself. I was at...
Get to the video.
So then he says, you were part of a stream tonight where somebody visited my home. Are you okay with that sort of thing? You certainly seem to be. You compared it to your number being shared, which certainly isn't doxing. What?
What?
Wait. Just posting my number on Twitter isn't doxing.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. That's not true. So I wrote back and I said I was not on any stream other than my own. That was hours ago, right? Which is 100% true. People are saying I was playing a slippery game of semantics. No, that was 100% the case. So then Ralph responds, Augie, the 20-year-old dipshit who lives in a closet compared... I've been moved for like a year now. The 20-year-old... Oh, by the way, he lived with his mom when he was like 35 or something, right?
Sad. And currently, before, he got kicked out of Mexico, he lived in a shack in Mexico. Don't forget that one. Year ago? What? Okay, so Ethan Ralph's thoughts on DPS, and then Ralph versus Review Tech USA, which is someone that we have to cover.
Why is he sitting there with his shirt off? What is this?
Man with birds. There we go. Man with birds. Very, very, very. We'll get rid of this picture too. Like it's just people screaming over each other, and I can't. Speaking of guns, I have my gun picture up there now.
Just burping into the microphone, no apologies.
Let's see what.
Yeah, he's just searching around YouTube for like hit pieces on me. You didn't even get some queued up. Do you know I still have a whole list of shit here that I haven't even got to? I usually try to have at least 20 tabs, but really like 40 or 50 is better.
Snort, snort, tug, drip, snort.
DSP is like a king compared to this guy. Are you kidding me? DSP's worth 500
Bear with me, I'm looking for something.
Review tech riches, and I'm not kidding.
Gentlemen, last night, a post was made on Twitter/X, whatever the hell you want to call it, regarding me. And once again...
He doesn't realize again that this was sarcasm. Outlive Machinima, outlive Super Best Friends, outlive...
He did?
Outlive Cryocetic? What the fuck is that?
Base DSP?
Actual outlaws... all of those, like, collaborative...
Bausch's simp can't even do the basics?
Noticed. Like, because...
He's sitting there with his shirt off?
With an iPhone and editing
Okay, I feel better now.
software can do the same shit.
DSP is legitimately
I had to get my noisemaker.
more entertaining by
so-
like 100 times. I'm not even kidding. That's not me just talking shit. He's literally better in every way.
Not gonna lie, think of what you want to of Adam Sessler, but X-Play was fun.
This is the
but
worst shit
most
I've
of
ever
it
seen.
was just like, okay.
He's so boring. He's only funny when he's drunk. Which I guess maybe we gotta look that up. Some drunk Ethan Ralph. Hey, can't just get some drunk Ethan Ralph. That's not drunk Ethan Ralph. How about this pill bottle? No, dude, that's PPP. I swear to God. That's PPP. It's Guilford Garfield. When I was going under for 2,000 years. Yeah, it sounds like him.
What have I done?
If you've been around this particular area of the internet, you're probably familiar with one individual by the name of Ethan Ralph. This is a man that had, at one point, perhaps one of the most watched live streams at the time on YouTube. Today, he's most famous for melting the fuck down live on a stream while drinking himself into a coma, and more recently for revenge porn. Had his sex tape leak on the internet with a girl who's barely, just barely, 18 years old and obviously mentally.
I do know Medicare likes these fake ones because he was on Casino laughing about the I want to say the grape one.
Ill. No, this is a very sexually explicit video. I won't go into detail, but Ralph exposes his naked genitals at the camera and seems to have an incredibly small penis. I guess it's like a micro penis, giving her that Pat Memphis micro, like the stud that he is. Do you like those? Oh my God, my favorite E-celeb. Now I get to see what his penis looks like. Oh, it's my fantasy come true. Show me your ding dong. I want to see his gunt flopping around like fucking vicious waves on an ocean where a storm is about to capsize a ship. You see the tit sweat flopping everywhere. That's number one on the list.
Now you're known for having a small dick in revenge porn.
But how did it all come to this? What led our good friend, Ethan Ralph, to become famous for having the world's worst gunt-to-dick ratio?
That's the picture. It's so fucked up. The picture is so fucked up. The corn and hippie sacrifice for it with his little gun doing. Wow.
How does this keep happening? How does all this embarrassing shit keep coming up? How is it fucking humanly possible? Well, I'd just like to say, first off, I'm going to say it outright, I'm partly responsible for this shit. You know, I've single-handedly launched his internet career.
Jim hates me. Well, I mean, that could very well be true. I can't read into the hearts of man, but I know that if you go back and look at the very earliest Gamergate videos, a certain website that he was promoting was called the Ralphreport.com.
I do like shit on my Lolcows.
He had me on multiple of his streams, and so I'm an old flag. You know who's an old flag? Jim. That's the guy who's been around forever. I kind of just came in around Gamergate, and it's just like, what are you, man? I mean, people can sit and call, oh, it's pathetic, and you know, most of these polls, you know, most of these people were trolls or whatever. It's not pathetic. Literally, what got me into all this was him. Now, I mean, you know. He helped put me on the map back in Gamergate, him and my...
And Nick Bate. This is all that shit rolled up into one. This is every lolcow, retard, and spurg on the internet rolled up into one, happening in real time. And all you've got to do is just watch it unfold. So I want to take you on a journey, a descent into madness. Yeah, you can already see where this is going. It's been a long time coming. It's been too long coming. That's right. It's finally happening. This is the Ballad of Ethan Ralph. Okay, buckle up, boys. Here we go. We're going balls deep. As I said before, the rise and fall of a YouTuber is a 3-act story that follows a fairly typical formula. There's the meteoric rise, the plateau or the lands of plenty, and the finale. This should all sound very familiar to you. It should seem like a retread of something
I've gone through those all
that you might have heard before. It's a story we're all familiar with. Ethan Ralph has gone through this 3-act story several times. In fact, he's so far past the credit sequence, playing at the very tail end of the film. We're in the empty and deserted movie theater waiting for security to choke you out and throw your ass out the door. Ethan Ralph crossed over a long time ago. His career is dead. He's a zombie now. He just doesn't realize it yet. Now, with this video, I'm not going to present a chronological retelling of the rise and fall of Ethan Ralph. It's a narrative arc that's become almost cliche at this point. Instead, what I want to focus on are key
I just realized he has his wife in his cage.
Aspects of his personality, his behaviors online, how he treats those around him, from his friends to his fan base, that either came about as a result of his decline or helped contribute to it. Because when you really look into who this individual is and what happened to them, it paints a very bleak picture. It's a roller coaster ride straight downward.
Once again, being sacrificed for the corn.
Well, obviously, just having a sex tape out there, that's enough to ruin some people. Especially if you have a career in the public eye. It would be putting it mildly to say that it didn't help matters much for Ralph. But that's just one facet, that's just one factor of why Ethan Ralph turned out the way he did. Because he still could have had an audience that would have been loyal to him. A larger component, though, would be...
No.
Ralph himself, his personality, his habits, and his appetites. These played the largest role in his spiral into insanity and irrelevance. Well, what's his personality like? To really understand what key aspects of his personality led to his absolute decline, it is better to discuss this in terms of the qualities that he lacks. They all seem to fall into 3 different categories. The first, and perhaps most noticeable, being the glaring lack of basic self-control that he seemingly exhibits on a...
Yes. I'm just saying, for the corn, 5-star days. He freaked out on me.
Daily basis. In fact, you can tell just by looking at his grunt that he has a lack of will, a lack of discipline. Look at him, smeared with Dorito chips, stuffed with hamburgers from the trash can. Guzzle that down with a sugary soft drink. He didn't give a fuck. You'd think he was eating to secure the future for the obese race. But his lack of self-control runs far deeper than just his eating addiction. Ethan Ralph has a temper we're talking about. Somebody who's easily quick to anger, who lacks the ability to banter or joke with other people. If he has a dispute with you on the internet, he will go into a rage.
Not a cage, though.
You're going to scream, just start fucking yelling, and there's just going to be no end to it. Because he's got some anger issues bubbling deep down inside him.
You piece of shit, faggot motherfucker!
He brings up a valid point.
No, it's not true! Piece of shit! And if I had to guess, it was probably you that fucking doxed him! Motherfucking lying, cock-sucking faggot! Motherfucker! You wanna holler over me every fucking second? I can just scream over you too! You piece of shit, motherfucker! Keep fucking running your mouth! I'll just keep hollering! You motherfucking piece of shit! Eat a fucking cock! Go kill yourself! You fucking piece of motherfucking shit! I fucking goddamn hole!
That's from someone just commenting on him.
We can just holler over each other all fucking day!
Go forward, you will see a bit of a pattern here. Most notably with behaviors like lying when it's convenient and smearing people because it's just too much of a bother to tell the truth. He is, at his core, a borderline sociopath that takes advantage of people for his own benefit. This guy, he's very dedicated to his bullshit.
By the way, this is a good time to bring up a topic that was presented to me, and I had to make something for it. Shadow ban. Maybe he's been captured. Is anyone if you've seen this man, let me know. You know? Let me know if you've seen Shadow ban anywhere. That there he is with his little flag in his hat. If you've seen Shadow ban, let me know. Because he usually is around here. Do you guys need to see the photo again? Just in case if you see him. That's what he looks like. I think. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. What, is he dead? I thought he was just captured. I mean, if he's dead, I gotta play a sad song with this. Hold on. Do I not have it? Oh, that's downloading. You guys should just let me know. Shadow ban gone? Did we lose a fellow banana bear? Oh, you saw him? I mean, I hope he's not dead. I recognize that anywhere. Yeah, I know. I mean, if he's gone, then, you know, I'll be sad. But if you've seen him, remember, it's this guy. I would really appreciate if someone could tell me. Tell him that the Banana Bear Show misses his theories on things. Yeah. Yeah. You see that? You there. If you're still with us and you see Shadow Ban, tell him to come home. Come home, Shadow. You're Twisted's boy. And I miss you. You give me extremest amount of things that kind of get me in trouble with copyright. And make me look racist. But, I mean, whatever. You're still Shadow. And we really want you back here. Just remember, guys. If you've seen him with his hat and his little flag there, and his shitty rugby team, they're not shitty. They're really good, actually. They beat Ireland. Assholes. I don't know how to get them back. I miss the government conspiracy. So do I. It broke up the flow of the show. You know? But yeah. Seriously, I do kind of miss you, man. Who else will put me on a list? I'm on a couple of them now.
In addition, he is extremely jealous and vindictive. He is a man that will sell you out, that will work with a corporation.
I thought that was very nice.
That hunts you down, that will flag your videos off if you look at him funny, that applies rules to everybody else but not to himself. He is a barren husk of a human being. And finally, we have Ethan Ralph's lack of options. When you look at his inability to do things properly or the failures as a content creator, a normal person would think, well, time to pack it up. Your career is fucking done. Normal people would probably move on to something else or find a new profession or a new hobby. However, instead, he decided to desperately...
Oh, shit, man. All of those? That's like, I don't know, that's like more than a speedball, you know? Ambient drinking and Coke? Why'd you do the Coke if you're going to bed, though?
Cling on to his zombie corpse of a career. Now it's too late. Ethan's professional opportunities are limited. He has no technical skills whatsoever. Between his criminal record, the retarded things that he has said, and the embarrassing bullshit that this guy has posted online, potential...
Wait, what? You watched Conspiracy today about how there's 1.4 billion pounds of cheese in a bunker. Why? What would be the point of that fucking conspiracy? Oh, where's all the cheese? I guess. Like, I drink an energy drink and I pass out. But I used to take something called Endo Rush. It's like a bottle of, like, pre-workout. It was like 4 servings. I would drink the whole thing. I'm not going to die.
Employers will never, ever hire Ethan Ralph for any reason whatsoever for the rest of his life. He hates what he does. Can't stand doing streams, but he has to do it because that's the way he earns his income. He has no other choice in the matter. This is his lot in life. He is now stuck here forever. So now we're going to get the real story about Ethan Ralph. We're going to get into the deep lore. But there is so much more cringe to explore. And it is far too large of an undertaking for me to try to go through all the events that have taken place over the last few years.
Like, even joking around like that, I would just imagine you're fighting the ampium. The Coke's helping you with that. But then the drinking kind of like, you're playing like a dice game. Because with the Coke and the drinking, you're going to get one of them. If you hit the fucking the booze level, you're fucking gone. And you're going to have a goddamn fucking, like, horrible nightmare. I remember when I first got prescribed Adderall. And I took, like, one. And then I took another one. And then I passed out. And I kind of focused on sleeping. So I got a real fucking weird dreams, dude. Like, crazy. Jesus Christ. That doesn't even make sense. Like, where would they put it? Every time I've ever done coke, I was drunk as fuck. Passed out every time. Don't miss those days. The worst is like, I don't know if I've ever told the story. I probably have on, the other channel. Like when I was first prescribed Adderall again. And it was St. Patrick's Day. And I drank with it. And it excelled my drunkenness to beyond levels. You see, I've never blacked out before. And I've never been possessed blacked out. That's when you're doing shit, but you don't remember anything. And it's like the worst shit. Yeah.
There's far too much content to cover in its entirety. So,
yeah, it's weird.
we're going to skip ahead a little bit to when things get even more entertaining. I will bring up that one time. That one time Ethan Ralph might have accidentally gotten ripped, roaring drunk and assaulted. And when I say assaulted, I mean criminally assaulted a female police officer. If you want to see the full story, as we kind of skip around this stuff, feel free to go check it out. Instead, I just want to focus on a few points of interest. So I'm going to try to hit the highlights for you. Now, there are a few touchstone moments, a few key pivots in the history of Ethan Ralph that I really want to hone in on and focus on, because it helps to highlight who he is now. And I think there is no better place to start when we look at the downfall of Ethan Ralph than with his feud with the YouTube user by the name of Mundane Matt that abused the flagging system on.
I keep forgetting what Mundane Matt actually looked like. So much cheese. Fine, I'll look at the cheese. I'll look at the cheese. There's no fucking way. This is a real thing.
Of cheese stockpiled, much of it in underground storage facilities like the Springfield Underground in Missouri. What would the US government possibly want with all this cheese? Sounds quite nefarious, actually. I bet the cheese is full of crack and the whole thing is part of a CIA drug smuggling operation. But what's the official explanation? As one might expect of a story relating to cheese, it starts with milk. During World War II, much of the world was subject to wartime rationing and food shortages, which led to growing concern over the stability of our food supplies. In times of crisis, the markets can become volatile, with demand and prices fluctuating wildly. This is a problem for things like dairy products. If the government needs more warplanes, it can quickly ramp up production by allocating more resources to that industry. But if it needs more milk, well, there's kind of a limit on how quickly you can respond to that. You can't just construct...
Why would you need more milk? You know?
More cows, and you certainly aren't going to pull any from out your arse. You have to pull them out from other cows' arses.
Wow, this guy's so Irish.
That process takes a long time. For this reason, dairy can be more severely battered by fluctuating prices. In the US, the government stepped in to respond to these concerns with the 1949 Agricultural Act. Under this act, the government could guarantee a price on dairy products. So, if a dairy farmer couldn't sell his produce on the market, he could sell it to the government and avoid losing a lot of money. This successfully stabilized the dairy market, but it meant that the Department of Agriculture...
Did it? Did it? Did it? I know how much... Do you guys know how much milk is now? Fuck.
Agriculture, the USDA, would have to take on large stocks of dairy. This is a problem for milk because it expires as soon as you take your eyes off it. The shelf life is literally the time it takes for your eyes to move from the milk to something else. So the milk had to be converted into other forms, like butter or dehydrated milk powder or cheese. The USDA...
You could... Really? Really?
USDA would hold on to these stocks until it could sell them for a higher price. Over the years, however, the stocks gradually grew. This became a big problem in the 1970s when the US was experiencing skyrocketing inflation. To support the collapsing price of milk, US President Jimmy Carter promised to aid dairy farmers. This led to the USDA buying absurd amounts of dairy products and created the largest dairy surplus in US history. There was 560 million pounds of cheese in storage. It was costing them around $1 million a day for this. The problem was so bad that a USDA official was quoted as saying the most practical thing to do would be to dump it in the ocean. As dreadful as that sounds, you may be surprised to learn that didn't actually come to pass. This is one of those rare times where we got the good outcome. You see, instead of dumping millions of pounds of food into the ocean, someone had the idea to just give it away. There were millions of people in need, so why not just give them the cheese? Seems like a more sensible option, which is why it's so surprising they went with that. Of course, not everyone was happy about this. Why? Well, to answer that, let's play a little word association. When I say American society, what's the first word that comes to your mind?
Jeez.
Yeah, it wasn't empathy. Now, in fairness, the bone of contention was that the USDA was supposed to be supporting the dairy industry, and if they were just giving away dairy products, well, wouldn't that negatively impact the industry? The answer is not necessarily. If you give a wheel of cheese to a person who's going hungry, it's not like you took away a sale from the industry, because that person was more than likely never going to buy a wheel of cheese. They'll eat it, but wheel of cheese probably wasn't very high up on their shopping list. In 1981, US President Ronald Reagan signed into law the Agricultural and Food Act. Any state that asked for the cheese could receive £30 million to be given freely to those in need by non-profit organisations. And so it was that all across America, those...
Oh my god, that's why it's called government cheese. Oh my god. No, but think about it.
On welfare, food stamps and social security received the so-called government cheese for no extra charge. Ronald
USDA cheese.
Reagan gave poor communities this free food. Are we sure there wasn't crack cocaine in this cheese? Many people were happy with the government cheese, although others disliked the taste. Ungrateful bastards. Oh, you don't like the free cheese? How about the free nothing instead? God, maybe I'm an American. In the 90s, the dairy market stabilised and government cheese became a thing of the past. What's interesting about this is the role the government played in this. Remember the Got Milk campaign? That was created by Dairy Management Inc. This non-profit corporation also partnered with fast food chains, pushing them to add more cheese to their menus and...
Oh my god, that's why there's so much cheese in everything. Wow. Wow. This actually is like a snowball effect. If you think about it. Like, dude, like, when I was growing up, like... But, like, think about, like... Look at, like, all the fast food places. Everything has cheese on it. Yeah, you know, I thought this was all bullshit, but now I'm like, you sold me. You're the new Shadow. You got... This one actually pays out and, like, nobody died.
Helping them with marketing. Examples of this partnership...
And I don't think I'm going to be on a list because of the cheese conspiracy.
...include Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza.
Wow! Stuffed crust pizza! Stuffed crust pizza!
Wendy's Jewel Double Melt Sandwich concept, and Burger King's Cheesy Angus Bacon Cheeseburger.
That probably would have happened anyway.
This turned out to be very successful for these companies and led to massive cheese sales growth. But Dairy Management Incorporated wasn't some private consultancy agency. It was created by the USDA in 1995. The same USDA that was at the centre of the government's anti-obesity push. Remember when Michelle Obama was giving out about the cheeseburgers and the pizzas? The government, and more specifically the USDA, was warning about the dangers of saturated fat, which...
Those motherfuckers. There was a twist. They got us all fat with cheese.
cheese is high in, and urging a reduce in consumption for the benefit of the public's health. Meanwhile, this government-funded organisation was spending millions to help fast food restaurants move more cheese, to great success. That sounds a lot like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. I guess cheese just has that effect on the US government. I mean, it basically turned Ronald fucking Reagan into a communist. Truly, the power of cheese is a mighty one. Today, the USDA is storing about 1.5 billion pounds of cheese, although it only owns about 300 million pounds of that, and the rest is owned by private companies. Government cheese is still used for food aid in more recent times. So that's why the US government ended up with all these cheese wheels in underground caves.
That's so insane. No, I know American cheese isn't real cheese. So anytime I see like one of these fucking like cooking people, they're like, "I use American cheese." No, you're not. It's not real. American cheese is not real. I don't think it is. It's mostly processed. But that shit, that's like cheddar. And plus, you know, real cheese. Come on. You know how they invented cheese? Some guy in like the desert, he had milk and it got bad and it got all like curdled, and then he ate it and thought it tasted good. I'm not gonna look up a fucking documentary on cheese. Come on, guys. Come on. I'm not that cheesy. American cheese is trash. It is. It is. You don't know something funny? Like, my friend owned a pizza shop, and the most expensive thing he bought was the cheese. I guess provolone and mozzarella are, like, extremely expensive. Comparative to other food products that goes on that pizza. Like, that pizza, you're mostly paying for the cheese. Yeah. Velveeta is American cheese. They see, that's how they get you. They say nacho cheese, right? Nacho cheese is just American, like, it's American cheese melted. Velveeta, that's an asshole of cheese. Oh, that should be a shirt. That should be a shirt. Velveeta's good for you. Cheese it.
To take down Ralph's video. How fucking awful must that be? To be a smaller content creator and have a bigger asshole take your content down because they can't handle what you're telling them. So we're discussing this on Ralph's stream, and we get Mundane Matt to come on.
Yeah, before we delve into that, I had something to say to Mundane Matt. One, earlier you asked why would you come on, and the reason is you've been deflecting and spinning everything so far. And two,
I've been telling the truth the entire time, so
I don't think it's the truth. But the second thing is there is a way you can show your reporting history on YouTube. I'll link it in the chat. So if you didn't do it, they should have nothing in it, correct?
And Matt shows his report history.
all right, here we go.
Wait, what? Corn on pizza? Corn on... Who puts corn on pizza? That's kind of gross. I hate corn. I mean, for the harvest, of course I love it, but, you know. Why would I try it? Corn sucks. Corn, you don't even digest corn. You just shit it out.
Screen share's live. Let's see it.
All right, hold on. My pants are off.
Oh, Jesus.
Italians? I guess not my grandparents. They didn't do it. Oh, okay, I can see that. Because it's good. I mean, is that really a country anymore? I'm joking.
Jesus Christ! All right.
Matt, what are you doing? How's it?
They made Hitler.
Taking
watching.
so long?
Look at all those tabs.
I have a lot of tabs open, but I am.
Thanks for reporting.
That one. But nothing on.
Now wait a minute.
Nothing on that. That's just.
What
that's
the
just-
fuck?
So, I have been in a not the best place mentally. And,
Now wait a minute, Matt. No. Matt, no.
So
First Hitler, then corn on pizza.
yeah, that's
Wait,
it.
no,
That's-
no,
Wait a minute. Cut back. No.
He fucking lied to us. He lied to us
Dude,
for
what?
Straight to our face. He lied straight to our fucking face.
an hour.
He was spitting and deflecting the entire fucking time.
No.
It's about Dane.
No, Matt. Matt.
It's because
Matt. No, Matt.
That totally ruined his fucking career. Like, all the rest of these guys, yeah, they got their upcomings if you think about it. But this was the first casualty of, like, you know, the kill streams and shit like that. And he never recovered. I still remember that whole podcast where, the stream where he's like, yeah, I collect rocks with my kids.
Expression, fighting back against people that abuse the system. And you can see Ralph talk about this from time to time. He'll bring up the fact that Matt false DMCA'd him.
Hello?
Matt, what's going on, baby?
What? Salami pizza? You're not supposed to put salami on pizza. That would make that pizza super greasy.
Who's this?
This is Ethan Ralph, man. What's going on? I just figured I'd drop you a line here, see how things were going.
What's going on? What do you want?
See how you were doing. I know the Boulderversary is coming up. You remember when you ruined your career on my show a couple years ago? I just wanted to see if you wanted to stop by and celebrate the festivities, or.
Eventually, this leads to the kill stream becoming more and more associated with a particular type of video format or style, a genre called Internet Blood Sports. That whole format where you invite people on to yell at each other and banter with one another. If somebody asked you to describe it, the easiest way to do it would be a bunch of people spurging the fuck out. Instead of the erudite, pedantic, highbrow intellectual debate between two opposing forces who bore you to sleep and act like a living version of Ambien, Internet Blood Sports instead seeks to entertain you. It is the Jerry Springer of YouTube content.
Yeah, but pepperoni is like less greasy than salami. Salami has a lot more fat in it. Oh, fuck you then. Fuck you. Fuck off.
And much like
Fuck off.
Jerry Springer,
You gotta eat meat. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. Unless you got like a good reason to be a vegetarian. Why? If it's like a diet thing, then I get it. But like, you got canines. You have to use them.
there is a vast audience for it that likes to interact with it. This is popcorn entertainment. People are coming to watch a shit show. They want to watch two people argue with each other. They want to get involved in shit talk in the comments. Now, IBS...
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. Those two things should not go on pizza.
started off with one hell of a bang, but along with its rise to popularity, the audience that comes to watch it has come along with it.
Then how are you a vegetarian? Oh. Okay.
This is Internet Blood Sports audience. This is a very special group of people. An exceptional league of exceptional people that like to watch the show, like to interact with it, and like to fuck around. They like to troll. That's part of the appeal of it. That's part of what draws them in. It's the participation. It's the real hook. So it's no wonder with such an intelligent fan base, they demand some motherfucking blood sacrifice every single fucking day. And if you don't give them what they want, they will sacrifice you instead. They will fucking murder you. Ethan Ralph learned that lesson the hard way. Because eventually, inevitably, he ran out of sacrifices to make. The audience then turns to trolling Ethan Ralph in retaliation.
Godspeed, you're on the air. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. What's up?
Just chilling. No.
Didn't do
People,
anything in front of me,
people are being really aggressive towards you and Andy. They're saying,
You're lucky I like you. Because if that was the first words out of your mouth, we would have been enemies.
they keep asking the same question, and I guess I should ask it too. They want to know why you're becoming the mundane mad of Stream Me.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, that's what a lot of people keep repeating. I keep hearing it constantly. I'm just wondering if you feel that you're slowly becoming the mundane mad of Stream.
No, I don't feel that. I mean, are you becoming the fat faggot of Stream Me?
No, I'm asking because like people keep saying that like you're just like reading the news and not having guests anymore or stuff like that. And I don't know why people are so angry at you. Like they're always talking about how like your show is gonna die and how you're getting less callers every day. And they hate Andy. They want us all to hate each other. They call you Mundane Matt. They call Gator a wannabe Jim. Say he's discount Jim with a retarded speaking spell.
You guys are ruining pizza for me.
And they call you a pedophile.
And it all started with the damn cheese mill.
Trolling leads to more aberrant behavior, and that aberrant behavior alienates the audience even more.
Yeah,
But I don't know what the fuck, SoCal Chris. You know what, SoCal Chris? You can suck my fucking dick. You're in the chat saying all kinds of fucking shit. Bring your fucking ass on this goddamn show and say that shit to my fucking face, motherfucker. Talking shit to me? Suck my goddamn fucking dick. That's what I would say to you.
And soon his audience learned that Ethan Ralph can't take a fucking joke.
You know, it's been brought up many times, like, oh, what is a Lolcow? It's someone that's in their own delusion. Can't get out of the delusion. Takes all this fucking shit online serious. Can't take a joke. You know?
Talking super thin-skinned motherfuckers. Ethan Ralph cannot handle being made fun of. A case in point would be this photo. This is a photo of lolicon pedophile advocate Dick Masterson, coach abortion pill, and some other faggot together with Ethan Ralph in Knoxville, Tennessee. Do you notice anything about this photo?
Hold it. Run that back. Wait a minute. Go right. There, freeze that.
Full screen. Okay, freeze that. Zoom in right here on this spot.
Now, I'm not sure if you noticed it yet, but just a tad bit over to the right. You're going to notice something. You got to zoom in a little bit. Clean that up. Zoom in a little bit more. As you can see, that's Ralph's gut, and he is just putting it out there for the world to see. I want you to take in the magnificence of this photo. Words almost fail to describe it. Look at the size of Ralph's gut. Holy fucking shit. That is so disgusting. Bruh.
Guys still hungry for pizza? Any pregnant ladies out there feeling bad about your weight and shit? Look at that.
Look at this, dude. Oh, wait till you see this. No.
That's fucking gross, man.
Look at that big old gun. Oh, look at that tum-tum. That's a big gunt. Love that belly. Looking like a big old tub of fucking reanimate.
Jesus Christ. It's fucking gross. Fucking gross. Ah.
cookie dough. Fucking pathetic. Absolutely fucking pathetic. Ethan was not coping with the banter too well, because it's quite obvious that he envisioned himself as going into a new direction of producing an actual web show based around mocking other people's failures rather than his own. Unfortunately for him, he just was not very good at it. And
there was a point where he was a little more skinny, and then he just like lost that. What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh, Shaq. Okay, all right. Shaq. Okay. It's the pizza from Papa John's. From the guy that said the N-word in a stock trade call or stock trade meeting.
an ego like his, it becomes easy to understand why it is he resorts to banning people, blocking comments, and doxing his pay pigs. He likes to start drama to get attention. Like if
And now he's like nothing. Dude, his tummy folds in for another tummy. The only person that is fatter are the ones that are on the Lolcow live show. But they had two tummies, one's behind the other. That one split into two.
fucking a lich or something, just feed off that negative energy. And over time, this overwhelming amount of negativity spreads like a virus, like a disease, and infects everyone around.
You're an asshole. Because now I gotta play it.
You know, there's some black fucking bull that says, filling her with cock meat, giving her the real fuck she deserves. Some big black bull just filling her with cock meat.
He said the magic word.
Around him. Everybody that has defended him has had a negative reaction from the public. Everybody that's defended him has lost subscribers and followers. People like Dick Masterson, Andy Worski, Dame Pesos, name after name after name.
I don't know that last one.
Ethan Ralph is like the never-ending saga of bad decisions, just making it worse for literally everyone involved. He doesn't give a shit.
No, I saw it. I saw it in that documentary. It's fucking gross. I guarantee you Wings has one too because he's just as fat. Yes, it's very bad. Why? Why? Is it more fatness? Because Lord, I can't get enough fatness. By the way, isn't it funny that, like, once again, Boogie is in the news? Any of these fucking, like, meltdown videos, right? I bet you've seen Boogie. No! He's in every one of them. Because they think it's real. Oh, no, this isn't one.
Racial class.
I'm talking about the real ones.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you for being here with us and having the election with us.
Agreed.
Where's the clip of him ripping off the shirt? The viral clip. Oh, he's not even wearing the shirt. Oh, well, you know what I'm talking about, though. It's like, it's another proof that, yeah, Boogie's fake. You know?
Yet. The only thing he really seems to care about is himself, but nonetheless, he's got good, loyal people that always stand by his side. What he doesn't seem to care about is actually reciprocating that. The takeaway from this enormous goddamn list of people that he betrayed or he's straight up burned is that he is not loyal to anyone unless you happen to have something that he wants. And for that reason, you'll find that he's not very well liked. A lot of people fucking hate him. All of this shit just makes people hate him more.
Anybody with a brain knows that you have to shop at the big and tall store, faggot. The thing that made me angry was the fucking text messages this fat, greasy-wristed bastard sent me afterwards. They were fucking retarded, and he knows damn good and well that he would not say that shit to my fucking face. Okay? You can't stick your thumb in my asshole, fat man. It's not gonna fucking happen, all right? And, like, so fuck that guy. If he tries to act like I'm all mad because of the call, he's a fucking liar. He's a fucking little queer, okay, is what he is. And he's always talking about loyalty this, loyalty that. But what kind of loyalty has he showed to anybody else? What about you, Rand? Does he show you any loyalty? I didn't fucking think so. And, like, you know,
trying to figure out what your fucking image is.
It's just fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
The criticisms start.
You guys have no idea. Like, Mikey at one point kept like asking, like, "Oh, should we cover this?" And I had to explain to him, it's all fake. It's all fake. The tattoo was fake. Fucking Lord knows, probably him saying that he had cancer was a gimmick, but that was so far along, I don't think it was.
Started to pour in. And that sentiment began to spread. It spread so much that Ralph's Gunt ended up becoming a genre in and of itself. And we call that Gunt posting. I do it all the time. I love it.
No. He already knew. He already knew the Santa was fake. No, it's because how it was being presented, and he's seeing all this Lolcow shit for the first time. Obviously, Boogie's a Lolcow. We never covered Wings because Wings technically never was a Lolcow, in my eyes. He was just a fat loser. Yeah.
Ethan! It is me! The third man! Yes! I'm your father! And I had to abandon you! Look at your guns!
Moreover, Ralph's Gunt was the inspiration for an entire genre of trippy electronic music. This is what we call Gunt Wave. Here's a little sampling. This is an artist by the name of Earjuice.
What are you gonna do,
Yeah, in the beginning, maybe it had some shit in there. Yeah. But I would say, comparatively to the ones that we have now, he is very much low on that. Only reason why Boogie would be a little higher is because that fucker lied about cancer. Which is like the big three you don't do. You don't lie about being in the service. You don't lie about being, cancer. Don't fuck with kids. Those are like the three no-nos. You get no sympathy if you ever do that. Oh man, memory lane. This is a lot of time on your hands to do this. This right here. Obviously, it's a banger. Yes. Obviously. Hence swings. But he moved on, though. I'm pretty sure he's, like, kind of protected. Like Wings is now. Like, he has, like, a published thing. Because as much as I think, the producer of that show is a Lolcow himself, he has a lot of money. And with that money, you buy yourself out of being a Lolcow. If you know what I'm talking about. Probably.
That is some next level shit right there. This is why my mind is just fucking kapow. But people were proving a point that you could totally fuck with Ethan Ralph, and he couldn't really do anything about it. Anybody could show up and fuck with him. Now, this wouldn't have been a problem for people that have a normal fucking sense of humor and can take a joke. But Ethan is one of these.
Remember that horse you told me about actually trolling a guy whose GF died, who used to react to Amberlynn? Oh, jeez, you're an evil person. No, I know, dude. If you realize, everything bounces off me. Because this is the internet, duh.
These people that takes themselves so fucking seriously. He cannot cope with the negative criticisms that come his way. He is going to act like this is some persecution. And that seething anger because of it makes Ethan lash out at anybody and everybody around him, from his friends to his fan base. This, of course, began a cycle which is commonplace on the internet.
Ear juice? Ew. Wow. What the fuck?
When a content creator begins to attack their own audience. Ralph seems to be kind of fighting with his audience, which is never a smart idea. A lot of fighting back and forth. I think it.
Oh, okay. That doesn't make sense, though. If you're not fucking your wife and your dick don't work, why are you flirting? What's the end game? You know?
It's probably a bad idea to turn on your audience. It doesn't work out for anybody. It didn't work out for Baked.
Maybe he is kind of a Lolcow because he's taking the bait no matter what. But it seems like you weren't even giving him bait. You're saying that his penis didn't work and he wanted to flirt with you.
And I would not recommend doing that.
Such a
People began to shit-talk him on social media. They began to make threads on forums and image boards, all talking about what the hell was Ralph's problem. Why was he being a giant pussy, and why couldn't he take the criticism that they wanted to...
Maybe he was trying to do it like that, like trying to bug you because you were making fun of his wiener defect.
...give him, due to his own arrogance, his own hubris, and his own mistreatment of his audience. He saw his popularity...
How could it work? Well, he could get that implant. This is for people that usually have like ball cancer and shit. They usually have to put like a radioactive thing in like their ball sack to get rid of like the cancer. And after they have this surgery, and I think they do it to tranny people, because their dick doesn't work normally. They put this like ball, and like they put like things in the dick, and then you squeeze it, and it makes it big. Maybe that's how you could do it. I don't know.
And his profits begin to sink. This is a man just looking to host debates, who wanted to show the internet a good shit show, who wanted to put on a good internet blood sport for the audience to enjoy. The formula is pretty straightforward. All you got to do is not implode. Put on a show, read the super berries, and call it a night. But alas, it was far too much to ask from our good friend Ethan Ralph. That would be too much work. That would require having self-control, and that is something that he simply refuses to do. And so Ethan...
I don't get weight attached to sex drive ever. I don't think it is. It could be like stamina. I know age is a thing. Okay, yeah, all right, maybe that's the case. The belly's in the way. Would that be motivation though to like, I don't know, lose weight? You have a wife, and she's right there. You have fucking things that you take for that. You don't even need to go to a doctor anymore.
found himself in a situation where he was the one being made fun of. He became pretty much the subject of his own content. He was the Lolcow now.
If you will.
And Ralph did not handle the criticism very well. He went into a bit of a depressive spiral, and it caused psychological trauma at a deeper level. And so because of that, he began to drink more and more to try to cope with the situation. But it was his love of alcohol and drugs and his dependency on them, all helping to fuel his own self-imposed nightmare. You're going to start to notice a few trends. Those trends usually revolve around his alcoholism. All you need to do is watch a few of his videos, and you can see just how absolute.
I mean, I would too. Just think, what if she waited for marriage, right? And then that wedding night realized he's too fat to do it? You gotta be real fat and real small for it not to be able to even. Like, there's gotta be other positions. Unless the guts in that way. Ah.
Blackout drunk he will get.
Nathan! What? Get up! Okay, I'm getting up. You're not getting up. What's happening? 9 o'clock.
This is like one of my favorite moments.
In the morning? Yeah. Okay, I swear. You better take the down. You slept a lot last night. The way you pan.
Why? Every man is like that. Every man is like that. You literally, like, if you have no sex drive, what's the point?
Well, it's good. Good. I had about 2 minutes more to sleep. Yeah, I did.
The sad thing is, like Wings. I think the only reason why I would watch him, right, is that he still has a chance to have a happy ending. If he lost that weight, right, and just stop saying dumb shit for shock value. Oh my God, you're a normal guy, you know? Yeah, that could be the case too. He could be gay too. Call you an Uber. Yeah. This motherfucker animated this shit so much. Like, I hate that IE youth shit, like animating. It sucks. And this guy had to do it for all this fucking hour-long video.
It's not true.
And it was during these streaming moments where you got a better insight into the hunger, the appetite this individual has, and just how much he relies on liquor, and even more than that, hard drugs to survive.
Do you know, once you get off that shit, it all comes back. So you're on that forever. And you have to have a certain diet, or you get really, really sick. Because what it does is it slows down your metabolism so much that once like that food gets to your stomach, it's probably already rotted. So you got to eat certain things that won't be rotted when you digest it.
This actually all culminates with one of the biggest disasters in internet history, something that would become known as the pill stream. Take a moment to get a mental image of this going on. Imagine a completely sloppy fucking drunk, disheveled, smelly, dirty Ethan Ralph. So utterly fucking drunk and on pills, he's lost his shit. He can't even string together coherent sentences.
So
we'll do it.
Do you have a problem with me now, or what's up?
I mean, you said what you were gonna do. I'm saying, what are you gonna do?
What are you talking about?
You said, do you want to do this now, here or now?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, and then you said, yeah, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Well, go ahead and do it.
Do what?
Well, why don't you test your luck?
Test my luck with what?
Do it.
No, I don't want to drag it. I don't want to drag it up in front of people.
You just
If you have
threatened
a
me.
problem with me, we can take care of it off air.
You just threatened me on air. Why don't you bring it up on air?
When did I threaten you on air?
Ralph, he's not threatening you on air, dude.
You said, "Oh, I don't think it'll be good if it's on air." Well, put it on air.
Yeah, because it's it's never a good idea.
He said, "I don't think it's a good idea." What? You
Ralph,
didn't have a problem with it on Monday.
Ralph.
But it did get worse.
I don't know why you're.
Do you want me to put you over, or do you just want me to say?
Okay. Dude,
shit down your neck.
Let's just
One
stop.
or the
Let's
please
just chill
stop.
out. Let's stop. Let's not go down this road, buddy. All right,
That's too late.
No, it's not. There's always time to stop. It's time to stop.
Yeah.
Wow.
This even New York Bucks says editor and owner of the Ralph Rehab, OJ Simpson, says we can't hear the Discord, you N-word. Mr. Medicare says, Ralph, fix yourself, good God. I don't think that was the actual Mr. Medicare, although possible. New York Bucks says, welcome to the pill stream.
You can hear the pill jingling and like the bottles clanking and shit.
I don't know what to tell you guys. It's not really my fault, but I'm sorry. I did not lie to troll you or anything like that. And, you know, I'm not happy about it either. It just seems like everything is falling through that I try to do.
Oh, he's eating them. He's eating oxys probably, right?
Yeah, I'm taking the aspirin, having to listen to this fucking shit.
Just fucking completely unhinged.
I can't even imagine an angle where I would be salty towards Jim. So, was Jim actually in the chat? I know it's been a while.
I think he's probably content to just kind of watch.
Yeah, well, that's...
It is hard to lose weight for some people. I'm saying that new fucking thing, like, there's a catch-22, just kind of like doing the Atkins diet, or like that carb thing, like staying off carbs. Once you get off of it, it's all coming back.
That's the thing other people don't understand. I'm not trying to, suck Jim's ass or whatever, but every time somebody sees Jim, they're like, oh, get him on, get him on. And of course, people love hearing him, and he's funny, and Jim made me untold thousands of dollars, and I'll always appreciate him for that. I love Jim. And I would never be mad if he never showed up on this show again. I wouldn't be smart. I wouldn't be mad at all.
I don't think he hates you, Ralph.
No, he doesn't. I mean, what the fuck? That's stupid. But I'm saying, if he did, I would not be mad. I was...
What is your girlfriend taking like that shit? Like that pill? Because I heard that's another thing too. Like, you keep losing weight, and And you look like those people in that fucking The Boys from last season, how they look real skinny. Like cheekbone protruding, which never looks healthy.
Say, oh wow, Jim, you know what, gee, what? Thanks for the fucking retirement fund. I really appreciate your help. Why would he put himself on the line any more than he already did? Do you know how many times he appeared on the kill stream last year? At least 20 or 30. And so he did every single thing he could to help me, and I will for always be grateful to him for that. And you can clip that out and put that on the clip channels. And that might sound gay. I'm pretty sure he would call that Ralph. That sounds...
Oh, Ralph, that sounds real gay.
It's gay as fuck.
You would be correct. Thanks for the blowjob, faggot. The fuck off my dick. Well, he clearly has a liquor and drug problem.
I spent more on spilt liquor than most of you motherfuckers spilt on new shoes.
He abuses Xanax or opioid prescriptions on a daily basis. You can't fix an addict. You know, I saw him go through his alcoholism thing, and then he sobered himself up, and he's saucing it up again, okay. But can you really blame him? I would be too if I were Ethan Ralph. Give the man a drink. So there you go. That's what people were talking about. Ethan Ralph lost his shit and had a melt.
I just imagine, like, if you could take that and go go for a year and then come down on it, and then having the willpower to try to eat healthy, it still would be really hard. You know?
Down. And that's a tough trauma to live with. Luckily, his wife can relate.
And then you also have the bad side effect of, like, if you're, like, wing size and you lose weight, that skin don't fucking stretch back. You gotta get that shit cut off.
At least he's got his girl by.
Dude, the gastro bypass doesn't work. It doesn't work. I've seen so many people have it, and then it doesn't, like, they're still fat.
By his side. He's got a good woman by his side who's going to take care of the bills and give him the space he needs to recover mentally to, I don't know, go out there and get it.
Yeah, I don't think it works. I mean, like that what was it? The Today Show? Al Roker, that weatherman, that worked for him. It does. Gastro does work. Huh.
A job or do something or just crawl out of his funk until she leaves him. Shortly afterwards, his wife Nora decides that she's getting a divorce.
This screed written by...
Okay. I've only seen your face. I don't know. But I'll take your word.
By our Lord's fair hand reads the final farewell. Almost 5 years ago, I met the best...
Yeah, that's an example of it not working. They both got it, and it didn't work. Like... Jesus Christ. You lost me.
person I've ever known. And ordinarily it wouldn't be any of your business what goes on in my marriage. But I've gotten divorced. We still love and care for each other, and we'll always be friends.
A lot of speculation and rumors and gossip.
Like, you lost me. That's insane.
I don't know if he really saw this coming from his wife, and I'm thinking perhaps that he got cucked when she cheated on him with his backstabbing co-host. I've heard people make fun of him because his wife fucked a bunch of niggers. Probably fucked a black dude.
God damn it, Manicure, you always do it to me.
Who's super fit. He should have seen it coming. He's going to use that.
Come on, Greek. I know. I know. It's fine.
$10 you've accidentally sent him to buy a really nice gift for his ex-wife's black boyfriend. Would you all like to see?
That's a big difference.
The woman that cucked him. Look at her. This is his wife. Oh.
Yeah, no, I got you. You dirty American.
Simply fetching. She looks like she's a big girl too.
Oh, calm fucking down. I'm technically true on what I've seen. Okay? I think it doesn't work. I've only seen Al Roker. Right? And then you have two people, Wings and Boogie, both getting that surgery. It didn't work. So the three people that I've seen get it done, only two of them have been bad and one good. Therefore, it doesn't work so well. So there. You NFL player. How am I making you mad?
Yeah, that's right, chat. Thick. There you go. Now,
and knowing's half the battle. So now you know 4 was the first, but and another cut. My mom last 2. Both 250, or are you rounding up? Because like past 200, it's a fucking. It's good. That extra 50.
if you paid close attention, you may have noticed a lot of fat women, a lot of hefty girls in his harem, a lot of...
See, I knew it wasn't both 250. It would have to be a different number. And that was a year, right?
Fat bitches nobody wants to fuck. I think our friend here likes big, fat, dumb animals.
Does she need that surgery? Or is she a beautiful woman? Be careful, you may get canceled. Well, yeah, because you lost 250 pounds. I would be butthurt too. Would you have a butt? Because like I said, you lost me. Insane.
He's got a fat fetish. He goes for those big, beautiful women. I'm having trouble imagining that she's getting a lot of dick. But apparently this motherfucker got cucked by a chick the size of a Yeti. You know, if she was street legal, she'd be a 4x4. This bitch is huge. It's unknown how many guys she fucked, but it is at least 9, apparently, from things that were posted. And then on top...
all seriousness, 250 pounds, 255, whatever. One, how dare you get that big? Fuck. But thankfully you got help with it, you know. But damn. Well, that's fine. There's two types of people, two types of men in this world. You have the boob guys. They're the ones that like chandeliers. And then you got the butt guys, the thing that people like to grab onto.
Top of that, some have speculated they married over visa fraud. Ethan Ralph's wife came from the Middle East, and he brought her over here and went through the visa program and got her legalized or put on at least a temporary visa. Then she goes out and immediately started fucking everything under the sun and cheating on Ethan Ralph. It appears that it was intended to be a fraudulent, glow-in-the-dark sham marriage. And I'm not saying this is what they're doing. I'm just saying, looking at it, that's how it appears. Ethan Ralph's like a meme at this point. He has been humiliated in front of the world. Ethan is a drunk and his wife is a slut, and with the loss of his YouTube channel, his dignity, and his income, he's got no reason to live his life. It is a remarkable implosion to have watched in real time. How could this get fucking worse? Oh, but at least it's over. The destruction of everything that he held sacred and dear is a a pretty good reason to see that you'd be leaving the show. You'd figure that would be the end of it. That he.
Oh my god, dude, there's so much more. I'm not gonna watch this all. Radicalization Online. It's the person that made this 4 years ago. I used to be a butt guy, but now I'm a can she keep a conversation kind of guy with me guy. Yeah, okay. I get it. That's always been a pet peeve. Like, I think if it was just looks, like, I don't know, kind of pointless if you're looking for a relationship. The worst is though, like if you go on a date and they're okay looking, and in your mind you're like, why are they single? And then they talk to you, and you're like, God damn, they're dumb. All they do is talk about their fucking art class. What the fuck? Hey, what's up, man? I was about to end the show. Yeah. But we learned a lot today. We learned about the Ethan Ralph. How AI is crazy. We didn't look at any new lolcows. So, like, this thing that I made. Totally not worth it. This is all the new lolcows. Let's see what we would have, like, seen tonight. James Bear. Yeah, I didn't want to look at a pedophile either. So yeah. Yeah. But I got to wear my Mr. Medicare hat. And watch Ethan Ralph cry like a little bitch. Wednesday, we'll have another ADHD stream. Yeah. And, oh. Any parting words you guys have? I'm fucking tired. And remember, guys, if you see this man, you have to tell us. Okay? So if you see Shadowban, I think he's white. He wears that tinfoil hat and that New Zealand flag. If you see him, tell him to come home. And if he's dead, oh shit, I got another stream I have to do. Yeah. Yeah. Did you not know that? I keep tabs on all you fuckers. I know where all you live. I joke. But I knew... I guessed it on... God damn, I gotta shut this song off. It's making me cry. No, he's from New Zealand because I knew it was Australia or New Zealand, and when I called him a Kiwi, he said, "How the fuck you know that?" Then I knew it was he was from New Zealand. Yeah, so. It's like he was from... Well, technically they are kind of the same thing. Well, you said you were from France, but you do pounds, so you're from America. Obviously. 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 You could also call it NFL Player Island. No, because you use pounds. You're from America. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I didn't factor that in. Okay. I thought that pounds would be a giveaway. You don't do pounds in Austria. Okay? Only Americans do pounds. I think. Guys go like kilograms or shit like that. Drive on the wrong side of the road. Velveeta. Yeah, Velveeta too. That's another fucking thing, huh? How the fuck do you know what Velveeta is? But if she's from Texas, then obviously she told you. Deutschland? Not from Deutschland. You thinking miles? I know. I know. Austria is where Hitler came from. And Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's basically all I know about Austria. Oh, and that you guys started World War One. Drachenlord? Drachenlord? I just talk to a lot of Americans, yeah. True. Also true, yeah. In no shape or form do I speak Deutschland. Nine. We have one of those in one state. Not just saying. No, yeah, y'all fucking you guys were huge. And then that fucking that kingdom of Germany fucking just kind of took over your place and everybody took everything else. Do N-word boy. I'm not gonna do N-word boy. No, I don't. I don't know what that is. Is that like the highway? via here to pump you up. Yeah. Yeah, you guys lost it like a lot. And then became every villain in any movie by association. They don't even fucking say you're Austrian anymore. They just say, "Oh, he's Germany. He's from Germany." Yep, you lost an art student. Oh god, that's horrible. If they just looked at my paintings, I would have been in art school. Yeah. will not hate the damn Jews. I would want to go, but like not now. Dude, they're having a border crisis, a bad one, with Turkey. Like bad. Like France had the same issue, but France's government tried to step in, and that's why all those riots happened and all those cars like got set on fire. All right, true question before I leave, Mr. Sacco. What are your thoughts on David Hasselhoff? I need to know this. Mr. Sacco, what is your thoughts on David Hasselhoff? Greeks hate a lot of people. But the Turks. Hey, I'm saying, I just want to know what Mr. Sacco thinks of David Hasselhoff. You never liked him. Guys, I don't think he's a real dramatic guy. He was huge in Germany. Therefore, it would trickle down to Austria. I would think, maybe. I'm not your... okay, alright. So you're the exception to the rule. Not a fan! Boys and scheißes. Yeah. You guys like Rammstein? You don't have to be German to like them. Greek, every fucking country thinks they're superior. Every country. Every heritage believes they're the best. Maybe not Irish. We all know we're pieces of shit. Yeah, see? The American loves it. I know Italian Americans are hated by Italians. They do. Sonar is like my favorite song ever. It's about punching somebody. Or a boxer. One of the... And it's a good counting song. Du Hast is a... fuck that shit. I hate that song. It's the worst song they've ever made. Du Hast. No, you guys made that movie that no one liked. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Oh. Oh. Big Fat Greek Wedding. Every chick ever loves that movie. Not my Asian girlfriend. She's probably never heard of it. 'Cause she only watches fucking anime. Yeah. Let her watch it? No, because I don't want to fucking watch it.
Zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, sieben, acht.
So, my favorite thing ever, though, is if you could make a rock song into, like, an opera song. I don't know. Seems like it's good then, right? So I'm gonna leave you guys with this. This is my favorite song ever. But in opera. And I'll see you on Wednesday.